Okay, we are getting started with the live stream, so I hope this doesn't cut off the beginning of what I say. It always does this. So, welcome to the live stream. Today we are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Mac for the very first time properly. No cloud streaming. This is being run locally, and this is only possible using something called Crossover Preview. So Crossover Preview is only available to license holders of Crossover. So that means that you need to be an active license holder of Crossover Plus or Crossover Lifetime, and then we can access this through the Preview Center. So that basically means that we can get access to the latest fixes for Crossover, which is of course a Windows translation layer, and what they've cooked up so far. I'll just show you the notes for. I don't have the notes on here exactly, but I'll just show you the notes that someone has posted on the Mac Gaming subreddit, and you can just kind of have a look. The announcement: I'm thrilled to announce our latest release of Crossover Preview. I'm just going to read this out in a moment. Can everyone hear me? Is the chat on? I just want to make sure that this is all working because no one's actually responded yet. Oh yeah, we have some viewers. I can see we've got 48 people on here. So anyway, if you can hear me, if the audio is working properly, make sure to chat right now just because I just want to make sure everyone's watching and responding, because sometimes I have issues with the stream. I'm still, of course, using my 5G connection. I've tried to place it in a better place outside my house. But yeah, let me continue reading the notes. Okay, so I'm thrilled to announce our newest release of Crossover Preview. This was the last preview release before Crossover 25, probably coming out in January or February next year, I reckon. So we're especially interested in your feedback on the release and the first Crossover 25 beta due out early next year. As a heads up, many members of our team, including myself, will be out, blah, 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 blah. So what are we going to be expecting from Crossover for the 2024 10/28? I should say 12/28, because today's the December the 20. Wait, no. Oh, since that release, so that's from end of October. Yeah, that's correct. So we've got the release from today, which is I don't have it here because it automatically opened. Okay, so we've got Wine 10.0 RC1. We've got support for Red Dead Redemption 2 on Apple Silicon Mac. So I can confirm that's working. We're going to be testing that in a moment. Our QA team recommends turning down the graphics settings. Yeah, so we also have some work with making games playable without cross ties. So that's going to make it more like Proton on a Mac. Oh, sorry, on Linux, on Steam Deck. No configuration. So, just to give some context about how Red Dead Redemption works, we have created a bottle within Crossover Preview, installing Steam, and I've installed the Rockstar Games launcher because that's what you have to do when you install it. And the very curious thing about this is that you have to select the graphics option default. So that's Wine D3D. We're not using Game Porting Toolkit's D3D Metal. We're not using DXVK either with Molten VK for Direct D3D 11. We are using the default graphics package, which is what you would have used if you didn't select anything. And as far as I can tell, this is like the first DirectX 12 game. No, the second, because the first one was Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I actually think Diablo 4 is working as well with DirectX 12. But this is the first like proper game that's using this this particular device. So basically, unlike 98% of games that we're going to be running, Windows games running through Crossover, you kind of have to use the default graphic settings. We are using MSync to get this working, so that means it's ready to go. But apart from that, you have you install Steam, you press install on Red Dead Redemption 2, the Windows version. You go through quite a long process of downloading the game, installing it, installing the launcher, logging into the launcher, verifying that the game is working, and then launched. So this is as far as I have actually gotten to. So I've actually just launched a game, and that's pretty much where I am right now. So I have seen a bit of footage online already. So Jay Fishin helped me to get this up and running. So thank you very much, Jay Fishin. He's a great tester of new Mac stuff. Always quick to start, right? But I think that I saw a couple of other videos too. So just want to cover crossover preview before we finish. Yeah, so some of these settings are changing in the next version of crossover, so we don't have to select which games work through DXVK or G3D Metal. I'm curious about what Codeweavers are going to decide about Counter-Strike 2, because a lot of games do work on DXVK and on D3D Metal. All of those DirectX 11 games, like Counter-Strike 2, and even like Fallout 4, Skyrim, etc. So which one will they choose to make the default version? But what's really interesting, basically, is that the fact that we have crossover preview working with Wine D3D. So the big difference between Wine D3D, which is the default graphics package, and D3D Metal, of course, is the fact that D3D Metal is closed source. So it's made by Apple. It's the DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 translation layer to Metal. That's closed source. So we'll what we have with D3D Metal is amazing. You can get games like Cyberpunk 2077 working, but it's possible that Apple could just abandon this at any moment, and then we'll never get any kind of better performance or compatibility through it. But this is actually being run through Wine D3D, and this is where a lot of that open source development is happening. This could be where the future of Windows gaming on a Mac is. So it's kind of hard to say. Right, Wine D3D has been lagging for a long time, and I actually honestly never really thought that it could get DirectX 12 support, but it looks like they've been kind of shaping this to try and get this game, Red Dead Redemption 2, working as hard as possible. So I reported like a few months ago they had it working on the Intel build, on the Intel Macs, but now we have Apple Silicon Macs. Of course, this is running through Rosetta 2. Let me just finish the last of this. Yeah, so they're gonna auto-enable AVX for games that currently require Rosetta advertised AVX1. So this is going to be default for games out of the box, including Sonic X Shadow Generations and Yakuza Like a Dragon. So lots of AVX games. I wonder if they're going to cover F-16C games like in Ghost of Tsushima, and other games like Until Dawn, which don't really see the Apple Silicon CPU very well. And thirdly, they've got audio working on multiple games, so we no longer have to enable cross ties to fix Skyrim and Fallout 4, so maybe we don't need the cross ties for that anymore. Previously, you have to use the audio overrides in order to get it to work. Path of Exile 2 now out of the box. So that's a weird one too, because that's something that recently started working, because you could get it working through by changing the graphics API settings from Vulkan to DirectX 12. So maybe there's some way that they can just do that out of the box. And Fallout 76, Far Cry 6 now working. They should have worked anyway because of the. Oh yeah, it's a bit like Elder Scrolls Skyrim and Fallout 4. You need to do a bit of chicanery with the audio settings. Far Cry 6 has always worked. Fix of 8th of Mythology Retold. And then GOG is functioning again. Okay, good. So that is like crossover preview. It's very exciting that we are getting this to work. Okay, good. Let's crack on. So I've got my controller. Let's turn this one on. I've got my Xbox controller. We've got this paired up. Let's go. I hope it's pairing up. Just give me a sec. Yeah, it's paired up. Is it picking up? Has anyone else tried this out before? No, my controller's not doing so good. Why? Well, our controller unpaired itself somehow. Just check. Okay, good. Let me read some chat. Okay. Side note, Wine 10.0 RCT release candidate 2 was released about a week ago. So yeah, it follows, Codeweavers are in charge of crossover. They are, okay, controller's working. So this is, Okay, let's go to settings first. Yeah, the code weavers are in charge of wine, and crossover tends to follow the next major wine release. Okay, good. So I'm gonna put this at 720p. Okay, so another question that someone asked is like, have I kept the M3 M4 Max? Yes, I've kept it because I can return it until the 8th of January. So I'm going to keep it until the 8th of January, and I'm glad that I did, because this game is really demanding, and I've seen that it uses like a huge amount of RAM. So this is the machine I've got with the most amount of RAM. VSync off. Okay, let's do the quality preset. Oh crap! What's happening here? Let's just change the preset. What's happening? I think it's I tried to change the resolution to 720p, and then it didn't like that, and then I couldn't interact with the screen properly, and now it's just like turned off, sort of. Will it work on Epic? I own it there. I think it will work on Epic because on Crossover Preview it supports Epic Game Store. Let's try windowed borderless. Desync off, and let's change the quality preset. Okay, let's just turn it down to lowest first, and try to get this up and running first before we start doing anything fancy. Yeah, well, God, everything's just on ultra. It does say in the crossover preview notes, like turn all this stuff down, because we are running through so many translation layers. We just don't want this to be so. Should I put it on quality mode? Yeah, no. Let's keep it on 720p. Let's just turn all of this stuff down. Can we turn this off? No, it's just low. Let's turn some of this stuff down too. So this is low. Motion blur off. Level of detail, go down. Water physics, no. Grass detail, no. Tree quality, I do not need high quality trees, please. Okay, I hope, I've just made a lot of changes. I hope that. Okay, good. It didn't actually change the resolution properly. So I've got this on 722. It should be windowed borderless. You know what? If I go to 1080p, and then I go to FSR2, if I just put this onto like performance mode, then that'll give us like a. Oh, did it just crash? God damn it! Does not like FSR. Maybe if I just run it in a window first, because I think some of the screenshots I saw from Jay Fishin show it running in a window rather than full screened. So maybe I'll just run it in a window. Oh God, this is all like super experimental. So you know, this it's gonna be bound to crash. I wonder if there are any notes in here about this working. How is the Mac Mini M4 worth it for light gaming? Yeah, I made a lot of videos about the Mac Mini M4, and it is a great device. I'm about to release. I actually have it all published and ready. Well, nearly published and ready, because just waiting for the sponsor to approve. But I've got the whole video about like retro game emulation on the M4 Mac Mini, including Shad PS4. So everyone who's been like begging for Shad PS4, you know, that is reality now. It's been working for a while. I have a video demonstrating it on the Mac an M4 Mac Mini. It's working. I also have a tutorial that I'm sort of working on. Just depends on viewer feedback whether I release it. You know, we can kind of see Shad PS4 working on the M4 Mac Mini. It does work better on the M1 and M2 generations though. Yeah. What changed? How do you get it working? Well, it's basically a new version of Crossover Preview. So the new version of Crossover Preview kind of came out today, which is basically the precursor to Crossover 25, which is going to come out in like January, February. When did Crossover 24 come out? When did you come out? February. So Crossover. Well, so I expect January, February for that to come out. Okay. So let's just wait for this to finish. Thanks, I'll check it out later. I'll probably stick with my 16-inch M1 Max until the rumored OLED Max come out. Yep. Up to you. I mean, the current, are they LED screens? Look pretty great on the M1 Max and onwards, you know. I'm not really that, I don't think OLED is going to add that much because the screens are already such great quality. Is this a newer version of Game Porting Toolkit? No, we're not using D3D Metal. Sorry about my chatbot. I've just realized that my Stream Elements bot is out of date because it's telling you that Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't work. It does work. So I need to fix that. I think what I'm going to have to do is play this in a window because I don't think that if anyone else tries this, right, I'm not even sure that I'm not even sure this is going to work in full screen. Okay, I've turned off my Red Dead Redemption 2 buck. I don't think you're gonna have to set, Vicky. You're gonna have to set your expectations much lower. Okay, this is not a game that just works out of the box. This is not going to be like Cyberpunk, right? This is like a game which has had way more hacking done to get this working on an ARM chip. It is not as straightforward as, oh, let's just run this on Ultra, or, oh, you know, turn it down to high. Should you try this on an M1 MacBook Air? No, don't even bother trying on an M1 MacBook Air. Unless you have like a lot of RAM, there's no point. You should be waiting for proper optimization of this game, which might take a really long time. How long M4 Mac lasts while playing in a AAA game? What do you mean by last? Like on battery, Ayush? Yeah. Danielle Skivoli. Merry Christmas from Greenland. Merry Christmas. I hope it's not too icy in Greenland. Here it's cold. Okay, let's get in game. Let's get in game and have a look. It was also quite helpful just to see what other people have done too, because like, let me just. Ooh, I can hear music. Yeah, because someone's done they full screen in here, right? So it would be interesting to see this in full screen. Okay, I'll try to full screen this soon. Hi, Jay Fisher, and thank you for joining the stream. Thanks for helping me get this up and running. I will credit you for helping me skip a few steps and get this running through 1G3D instead of like trying to flail around. If you just joined the stream, you haven't missed much because I only just started the game. So this is like the beginning. From the footage that I've seen, I haven't seen this working well so far. Okay, so just a reminder, we're testing this on basically what is the most powerful Mac you can get at the moment, which is a MacBook Pro with the M4 Max chip with 40 GPU cores and 48 gigabytes of RAM. So this is like a monster machine, like nearly $4,000 or something like that. And even though we're throwing so much like power behind it, this is just, I know this is not going to work well. There's a lot of optimization. There's so many translation layers involved.
Okay, Arthur's out looking. I sent him up
Topic
ahead.
aside, Red Dead Redemption 2 really does feel like it came out just a year or two ago. Yeah. COVID has already shrunk everything in terms of my gaming memory.
Just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
Well, I test the M4 Mac Mini. Maybe I will test it later. This is more like a proof of concept. It's only available for crossover preview users, and it's like, I know it's not going to work well. Look, you can tell like it's stuttering really bad. I'm only running this in 720p, no FSR, and it's only going like 30, 40 FPS. So if I run this on an M4 Mac Mini, it's going to be like 1/4 of the performance. It's just going to be really bad. I know this is so much potential. This could be so much better. Do you think the M4 Ultra will fix the issues the M2 Ultra had in theory? I think they would be stupid to not fix the whatever issues they had with the M1 and M2 Ultra. I really hope that it does happen soon. Okay. Macro Tips, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining the stream as well. What about the M1 Max MacBook Pro? Yeah, definitely worth trying. If you need a lot of RAM. So from the screenshots that I've seen from JFishin, we need like 28 gigabytes plus RAM. So like right now, I'm just in the intro sequence. You can see that I'm not using that much texture memory. We're hitting like 20, like it's hovering like 18, 20 gigabytes. If you look, I can't point out the screen properly, but yeah, you can see in the metal HUD on the top right hand side, memory's reaching like 19.39 gigabytes. So if you don't have that much, then it just ain't gonna work. Rhino Gut, thank you. Andrew Borderless seems to crash the game, but full screen does work. However, it stretches the screen before confirmation. Just need to press enter and it resizes. Okay, I'll try that in a minute. This next section takes so much time. You can put more advanced save file for it. I'm just going to play the intro because I'd like to just see what it looks like. We should get double what we get with the M4 Max at this point. Brute force should be viable, yes. Did you try Returnal? I can't get it to work. It should work. Crossover should get that working. Maybe try. From what I recall, Returnal requires CX Patcher on the standard version of Crossover, so definitely try that out. How do you even have 36 gigabytes? This monster of a machine has 48 gigabytes of RAM. Okay. If anyone wants to know how to get this to run, I will make a tutorial video about it soon. But basically, you run it through Crossover on D3D or default graphics settings, and it will just boot. It does take a long time to install. You just have all of the standard Rockstar Games Launcher shenanigans. But yeah, you don't use CX Patcher. You need to be using Crossover Preview, which doesn't support CX Patcher. So if you've used CX Patcher, you've done the wrong thing. Right, it won't work. Oh, sorry. Autophysics, you're talking about Returnal. Yeah, you need to use CX Patcher. I haven't tested it, so I'm not sure what issue you're having, I'm afraid. Oh, yeah, so it's giving me some warnings about the game running a bit slow. Okay, I'm going to skip this cutscene. Let's try and get into I know the first, like, opening snow trundle scene is quite long. But I think this gives us an opportunity to change a few graphics settings. So somebody said here that they have the ability to, let me see, full screen this because I want to get the full screen. So what they're saying is, if I go to graphics, if I full screen this and then press OK, and then I'm going to press OK again. Did that work? Going to keep the settings, yes. Okay, it is going at 720p. That's good. VSync. Oh no, all these graphics settings. Oh, I don't want texture quality in Ultra. That's killing my RAM usage. I thought I turned that off. VSync, that's off. Full screen. Maybe that's why my frame rate's so low. Some of these settings I'm sure I turned off earlier. Are these all low as well? Okay, I want everything as low as possible because I just want to like make sure that it's feasible. Recommend using the Digital Foundry optimized settings. Seems like changing these settings. I hope it hasn't crashed. Keep the textures at ultra. Low doesn't help cram by much. The settings probably didn't save since it crashed. I mean, you're right. Ugh. I want to wait 30 seconds because I think that's the amount of time it takes to like for it to. I think it's yeah, I think these odd settings are by default because it doesn't make sense. Maybe because it notices your Mac has 48 gigabytes of RAM. Well, it's not really that does that. You can see in the top left it says video memory. It thinks I've got 48 gigabytes of video memory, which I don't. I've got 48 gigabytes of unified memory, which is, you know, it must think I have some like monster future graphics card with 48 gigabytes of RAM, which, you know, is inevitable. It's definitely going to happen at some point. Okay, I think we've crashed. Just trying to change some graphics settings, guy. I think that's crashed. Okay, so you know this is gonna be a long stream. I think, not that long, but you know, it's not like a straightforward. Oh, it's just working, because it ain't. So let's force quit you, and then just do it again. Let me try to change the graphics settings from the actual main menu instead of launching the game first, and then we'll skip the cutscene, and then we'll just see how it goes. Okay. And I do want to test the beginning. I don't want to just skip with the save game. Firstly, because it's such a pain in the ass to get save games working from other profiles on Rockstar games. But also, you know, I just want to make sure that you could experience the game from the beginning without having to like skip anything. The new 5090 is rumored to have 32 gigabytes of VRAM. Again, NVIDIA stingy with VRAM. 32 gigabytes. That's a lot. All this just to play poker in St. Denis. Is that the name of the town? I haven't really played much Red Dead Redemption 2. Is there a config file I could change? That's true. Normally Rockstar Games put them in the My Documents folder, and there's some kind of like XML file which is being used to like edit this stuff. So I could do it. Yeah, I could do it here, but this is a pain in the ass. Case settings, SSAO. Yeah, it's all here, but I don't really want to do it here because this is like prone to mistakes. Let's try it again. Try the benchmark as well in the options menu. Will show baseline performance in the main city area. Okay, yeah. I'll turn all the settings down again, and then we'll run the benchmark as well. So we'll definitely do that. Yeah. Obviously, you know, it's a stupid benchmark really, because like an M4 Max chip running this game should be overkill, but it's not for various reasons. It's easier to install XML with VS Code. I'm not installing VS Code. There are reports of the game crashing when changing graphics in game. Okay, yeah, so let's do it in the menu, run the benchmark, play the game. So it's forgotten that I full screened. So it's forgotten that I full screened the game. So I'll have to fix that. What happens if I try to do all of these things at once? VSync off, triple buffering off, textures low, screen space off, TAA off. At least these are, see, it's a bit inconsistent because these are all off because I turn them off. Okay, let's apply. We'll try applying, and then there should be a screen which says like, "Are you sure?" And it should give us 30 seconds to like confirm this. So I'm gonna press. Okay, good. Just clicking on the window to full screen it. Okay, now it's doing another stupid thing, which is it's scaled wrong. Scaled too big. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll think. I'll quit, and then hopefully that'll save my settings, and then we'll do it again. It's a long one. Thank you, Charlotte, for joining the stream. I think by the time you're back in the video later, then maybe this will like be working properly. I don't know. Who knows? It's a lot of effort to get one game working. Yeah, I'm aware that Command Enter should give us full screen switching, but we are trying to run this game in 720p. Maybe if I do you think I can turn on FSR? Because if I can turn on 1080p, then it won't. I don't think the Mac likes going into full screen 720p. It likes to scale to a different resolution, but it doesn't like actually running in 720p, and it kind of kills my stream as well. Okay, let's hope this works. Let's hope this let's hope it works this time. Okay. So yeah, so I'm quite excited about the next iteration of crossover. It looks like we have some like really interesting features at work. Here. FSR is a bit broken in this game. Resolution scale is better. Is FSR broken in the Windows version, like running from a Windows computer, or do you mean? Because maybe what I'll do is I'll run it in 1080p and use the scaling in the advanced options, which is probably similar to like GTA 5, right? It's got to have similarities to that. If this can even run. So the next part, there should be like a gray bar at the bottom of the screen, I hope. Is the gray bar, will it come? Who knows? Exquisite foliage and hair, especially at low resolutions. Okay. I'm not that familiar with the game, so it's like, that'd be something to think about. Yeah, it's the same engine. Do you think GTA 6 is going to use the same engine? Is it the same engine? It must be the same engine, right? Okay, has this crashed? I just come on tabbing. I'll just have a look because there should be like a grey bar coming across the screen. If there's no grey bar, then I'm gonna pop it out again. Let's just. I wonder if it's like. I wonder what it is because I can see that the in-game mouse is working. Let's quit out and just let's kill it all. Kill it all. Let's do like a fresh. Let's do a fresh start. Kill everything. Okay, let's see how this goes. It might be that launching in full screen doesn't work, and I have to put it in windowed and then put it in full screen. Who knows? It's very exciting stuff. So guys, how many of you are traveling for Christmas? Traveling for Christmas, and are you going to take your Mac with you? Because I always find that Christmas time is like a really good time to kind of take a computer with you, not necessarily a dedicated gaming computer. Like if you go visit family or something, or travel, like I always take my MacBook with me, and it's nice to have like one or two games installed. And I guess you could take Red Dead Redemption 2 now. That's one of those games that, sometimes you have like a long period of time between, seeing family, eating your Christmas dinner, and people have gone to bed, and then you got a couple of hours to yourself, get stuck into a computer game, and you don't want to hog the TV, you don't want to hog a console. You're not taking a console with you, but if you've got your little work laptop, little MacBook Pro, and then you kind of pull it out, then you've got the perfect excuse to play a game. Exactly that Mac Pro tips. I do enjoy the process of flying, just because you get this. I think it's always like very theoretical, right? You get this like I load up my computer with loads of stuff, films and TV shows and games, and you're just thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna do all this stuff on the plane, make the most of it, because you're seated in this position. I played quite few games on the plane. I've been traveling a lot in the last year, and one of those games is Cyberpunk. Played a lot of Cyberpunk. Okay, so I think what's happened is that we've killed this by accident. So I think something about the graphic settings that we've used means that I can't get this to run properly. So what I'm gonna have to do, this is like peak Mac gaming. Okay, what we're gonna do is open that graphics menu up that we had before, and I think what we'll do is we'll just kill it so that it recreates it. So that's often an easy way to like fix settings. Like what I could do is just kill this whole folder. Right. So if I rename it and I load the game up again, let me just try this. This is like technical. This is often a hack, right? Just trying to get this to work. It should try to launch the game. It'll try to launch it in a window, and it should recreate this as soon as it launches. So let's try. Let's try again. Okay. We want full screen gaming. Okay. We will not settle for less. Mac Pro tips: we can M4 Ultra when it comes out. I hope so. We happen to live in countries like the UK and the US where you have quite generous returns policies. I find that in the UK, the best returns policy is when you buy a device remotely, because in the UK and also in the EU, there's a hangover from the EU days. Is you get the distance selling regulations. So anything that you buy, in theory, you should be able to return after 14 days of buying it. And the idea is that you have the protection of, you buy something and you don't actually know what it's like. And you can test it. So I will test it. And in the UK, with Apple, in this holiday season, they've got this extended returns period. So that's quite exciting. Okay, good. So asking us for cloud saves, because basically it's recreated our settings, so we don't have any settings. Astonishing that Red Dead Redemption 2 is still problematic a few years into Game Porting Toolkit when Cyberpunk is mostly flawless. Yeah. I think that they must have had Cyberpunk 2077 as some kind of goal that they were working towards. I think that's what it was. And that they developed Game Porting Toolkit around it, basically, because they knew it was like a big deal. And I think that with Red Dead Redemption 2, they haven't targeted this as a method for running the game. Okay, we're going to try this again. This time, I'm going to set it to 1080p because I feel like that's a more compatible actual resolution. Not 4K. Okay. I'm going to do everything else, I hope. This might be a waste of time because I might have to do it again. Even if I set favor performance, it thinks I want to do all this stuff. Low, 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 off. turn everything off. So we'll go 1080p, and then we'll go into advanced settings, and then we'll put the we'll put the resolution scaling on. So not FSR, because apparently that's buggy, but motion level of detail. I'm going to change all these settings again. I wonder if this is going to make a difference. Okay. Where's the setting for resolution scaling? What is it? Don't change the buffer, it'll crash again. What's the buffer? What buffer? Oh, triple buffering. Rhino gut. Triple buffering's on. Which buffering type are we talking about? Very bottom. Buffer. Where's the buffer here? I'm trying to change everything to low, you see. From there, one by one. What? We don't want tessellation. Don't change the buffer. Where's the buffer? I don't see any buffer words here. I didn't see the word buffer at the bottom of this graphics settings menu. Do you mean below the advanced? Yeah, triple buffering. Okay, where is the resolution setting? Because there was a setting for turning the resolution to half, to like scaling. What is triple buffering anyway? I've always seen triple buffering. I don't know what it is. Something else I should change here. Resolution scale in the advanced tab. Do I try Vulkan? Definitely won't work on Vulkan. There's no scale. Oh, here we are. Okay, we're getting into fractions now. I think that's it. Half resolution. Okay. Is half resolution of 1080p the same as 720p? Okay, let's apply changes. And then it's going to ask us to confirm. I hope. Okay, that's nice, but it's also really teeny tiny. Why is that? What happens if I go full windowless full screen? Oh, it's just the scaling wrong again. Okay, so it can seem like a portion of the screen. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. It's just a quirk of this screen thing, because basically I've got this, let's read my display settings. So the desktop resolution is was set to 1080p non high DPI. So there's no, just see, there's no scaling involved. So I don't know why. Not 100% sure why we're in this tiny window. What if I turn the resolution scale to normal off? Let's give it a moment, guys. Give it a moment. This graphics changing is giving me it's giving me anxiety because it feels like it's very prone to crashing. Gaming on a Mac is a breeze, exactly. It's so easy. You just click play and then you mess around for about an hour, and then you're there. This is it. Been at this for. My stream has been going for 47 minutes, and we have had a bit of gameplay. Yeah, it's definitely crashed. Let's do it again. I wonder what will happen now that it's crashed. And okay, one thing I'll try is I'm going to try setting my actual window display to 60 hertz instead of promotion, because I find that helps sometimes. And this one, it's gone. Oh, escape out of the menus and it'll be correct. Okay. Well, I also tried changing the graphics in-game as well, actually launching the game, and that didn't go so well. That caused a crash too, so... I'm using an Xbox Series X controller, or Series controller, I should say. Gaming on a Mac feels more premium than gaming on Windows for some reason, even with worse performance. Yeah, there's something about the build quality which is very good. Crossover doesn't do much to actually control the resolution. I've set the resolution of the desktop using SwitchOS X. I've taken it down from prime motion to 60 hertz, so sometimes that does make a difference. So hopefully we'll know. Hopefully we shall know soon. Okay, guys, if for the sake of content, I might just run this in the windowed mode anyway. So let's see how this goes, right? And then I just want to play for like half an hour. Otherwise, I'm going to have hours and hours of playtime for this game, just on this, because this is all counted. Like if you look at the Steam menu here, right? It's saying that we've played it for, I've played it for like 30 minutes. I've been playing for like 30 minutes just on the Rockstar launcher. One thing I noticed is I have a 4090 build. I noticed that for some reason when you're multitasking, the M4 Max does it better. Yeah, I find multitasking on the Mac better in general. Is this a streaming game? No, this is not a streaming game. This is running locally on a Mac using multiple translation layers, specifically crossover preview. PC is a 13th gen i7 and 4090 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's a lot of RAM. Okay, let's see what did it save? What did it save? Save nothing. Didn't even save my I think the game does not like it when you the game does not like it when you don't. What happens if I run this in 1080p windowed mode? I could do this one more time, and then I'm getting tired of doing this. Some of it has saved, but some of it has not. Okay, we could keep it like this. The windowed mode seems to be working a lot better. And I could set the resolution to half. Okay, I might keep it like this for the sake of content because I need to I need something to actually work. Let me put my inverter on. Oh, there's that I want to invert. Okay, let's do it. This is how I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it 1080p half scale resolution, and at the end I'll try this again. Okay, good. Gacho Paint, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us today. Korean name. If you can tell me how to pronounce that Korean name, then I will use that. If there's an English phoneticization, then I'll say that. The only reason I hold onto my PC is literally for gaming. I swear to God that is literally why I'm into VR gaming a lot. Yeah. Interesting. VR gaming is slowly becoming possible through ALVR. Something that King Volpez is working on, so make sure to check out his YouTube channel. Mystical OS, wow, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Running the M4 is actually top of the line CPU across the entire market, destroys AMD and Intel's on CPU, but naturally x86 still benefits from more external GPUs, what I wouldn't give for eGPU again. Yeah, unfortunately eGPUs, it just ain't gonna happen on a Mac, especially if they can sell Macs for with high GPU counts as like a premium feature. Can't you just press the green button on the window to maximize the screen? Okay. Do I dare to try it? If I have to do this all over again, this is Docky's fault, okay?
Okay, Arthur's out looking. I sent him up.
Oh my god. It kind of worked, but it's kind of stretched a bit. You can see the metal HUD is slightly stretched. It's kind of squished. Is that because of the half resolution scaling? That can't be right. Blend Styles, welcome to the channel. Mystical OS, yes, x86-64 holds Intel and AMD back at this point, but mark my words, within the next 5 years, NVIDIA will bring ARM to mainstream desktop PCs. Okay. There you go. It doesn't look right, though. It looks more... I know there's half resolution. I'm just going to skip this. Shaded compilation stutters.
We need you strong.
Major stuttering. It looks a bit squished as well. Like, it's not... Like, vertical resolution is slightly... The text as well is slightly smushed. I might play around with those. It's one of these annoying things. See, we're still in windowed mode.
Over soon.
Okay, anyway, impressive that it works. I'll continue playing. I've not really played much Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously, looks way better than Red Dead Redemption 1, which I remember looking at not that long ago. Am I going to test Stalker 2? Maybe? I was in the middle of moving house when Stalker 2 released, so I didn't actually get to cover it. But look at this, like a monster amount of RAM being used. If you look at the metal HUD on the top right-hand side, we're looking at 24 gigabytes of RAM. Is that the right amount? Because I guess it's like game memory and also video memory at the same time. So we've got like, well, okay, I saw that go to like 29 gigabytes. So if you don't have like a monster Mac, then this is gonna not be good. Look at that, 30. So this is a 48 gigabyte machine, okay? Look at that frame timing as well. Look at the graph. It's terrible. There's a lot of optimization left on the table.
Need to help me pick the others back up. You're the only one I can rely on to stay strong right now. We got fire and shelter.
Warning, the game is running low on video memory. Please close other applications or reduce graphics settings. Ouch. It just warned you out of VRAM when you have unified something not quite right. Well, it is hitting there's something happening. Hitting like someone said it hit 30. I think it hit 30 briefly.
Gentlemen, found anything? I think so. Found a little home.
Could be misreporting. I mean, maybe. I doubt it. Sometimes, like the metal HUD sometimes doesn't report the frame rate correctly, but the RAM usage is pretty definitive. Like if I go to activity monitor,
Davey doing? Well, you didn't make
then it'll probably report the same thing.
That's too bad. Davey was a real fighter. Both of them calendar boys is.
I'm gonna call this a good first start in terms of like getting this game to work.
Sean, we don't know.
I get the feeling like I remember like covering Rockstar games in the beginning. You know, we're looking at like the M1 MacBook Air 8 gigs, and you know when we first tried to get GTA 5 working, you could only run the DRM-free version, and if you touched the keyboard, it would like freak out. The game would like completely lock up. You could only play the game with a controller.
Always turn out right for that boy. I hope Mac and Sean are still out there somewhere too.
Literally the entire company is on the shoulders of one GPU engineer. Pat is an idiot. I'm a computer engineer. They all ran Intel on the ground. Okay.
You sure about this, Micah? Mr. Morgan. I never
This is like Red Dead Redemption 2 has been pretty high on the list of people asking to get this game working on a Mac. However, if you look at the SteamDB ratings, I know that it's not indicative of all platforms because you can get this on the Epic Game Store. You can launch this directly from, you know, the Rockstar. But you know, there's an indication that basically it's not that popular. Only like 1,000 or something people playing it. Am I right? How many people are playing Red Dead Redemption right now? I'm just gonna look it up.
think it's unreasonable to expect others to do the same.
What's the concurrent player count?
Let's keep it down now, gentlemen. It's just up ahead.
Oh no, I'm wrong. 30,000. I think I was looking at Red Dead Redemption 1. Whoops. Okay, it is popular. It's pretty, you know, 30,000 is a lot for this time of day. And the fact that this is basically single player. It's not like GTA. It's not as popular as GTA Online. Is there a multiplayer with Red Dead Redemption 2? The graphics are incredible. Like this horse interaction with the snow. But there's something about, you know, these games which I find a bit slow and plodding. we have to remember that there's like a huge amount of translation happening here, and it's in very early stages. Using like a graphics API that has not historically performed well. So you know that there are virtually no games, there are virtually no modern games that I've made tutorials for running Windows games on a Mac which don't use D2D Metal or DXVK. So for this to run on Wine D3D means that a huge amount of work has gone into improving that. And this like bodes well because Wine D3D, of course, is open source.
Not there. Over in the cattle shed.
Okay. Okay, I'll play looking at the screen directly so I don't get lag.
Excuse me. Hello. Oh, well. Hello, friend.
Rockstar games in single player particularly are very physics intensive. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening with just the physics of like all of the vehicles, I mean horses running around.
The storm. Ah, gentlemen.
We can't help you, mister.
I got folks
Arthur,
dying on the trail.
Arthur, we got a problem. Folks, there's a corpse right here.
Now, I just
Arthur,
need some
there's a body
cans of food
in the
or
wagon.
something.
I hear you. Just
Gentlemen,
keep your eyes on Dutch.
please.
I think you should go now, buddy.
Okay, it's kind of hard to do in the really low resolution as well.
I ain't asking for much. Please. I am.
Whoa, look at that stutter. Intense. It's actually really hard to aim. Not because of the game running on the Mac, it's just I'm pretty bad at this. Shooting from the window, eh? It's like Duck Hunt. Time Crisis. Just pop out. Was this guy in the outhouse? Thankfully, there's some pretty forgiving. Although that kind of failed me a bit. Oh, stutter.
Didn't seem to be going too well. Goddamn O'Driscoll boys here. Why?
I don't know. Maybe same reason as us.
Micah, go bring the horses closer to the house. Arthur,
Was it right for me to shoot first? Stutter. Okay, so we're in the game.
Smells like a party in here. Turn the place upside down. Grab as many supplies as you can. We need the essentials. Food, medicine,
Bloody hell.
whiskey.
So in here we're getting in this house we're getting okay frame rate. It's like 720p.
O'Driscoll's. I don't believe it.
It's a strange one, all right. Maybe they're hiding up here, too. There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head. Nearly as big as the one on yours.
Wanting Colm dead is about the only thing me and Uncle Sam agree on.
I'm going to pick up some stuff. I killed an NPC through translation layer. It's not going easy. The question is, if you die in the translation layer, do you die in real life? Okay, got provisions, victuals. This is pretty much the lowest graphics settings you can get. I mean, it is I guess I could run this in Windows 720p and then half the resolution for that. I'm not sure how much that would help though.
Maybe. We'll see how they are when we get back. I don't really want us to split up.
There's a lot of stuff in here. When he gets to Valentine, he'll bomb out, yeah. Am I supposed to eat food?
I'm going to start packing the horses. You keep looking. Grab anything
What do you think the new OpenAI O3 model basically destroyed Arc? Yeah, the CPU is CPU bound, so I think it's good to keep it low just in case.
in that barn. Mike,
Let's check. Let's do what Mystical Earth says. Let's check the activity monitor.
Sure.
How to check if it's something GPU bound? This is running in windowed mode, so it should be able to have. Oh, it's kind of full screen. I guess it is full screen, but
Arthur, what are you doing?
73%, 71%. That is GPU bound, isn't it? 70%. %, GPU. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Check a barn. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right. GPU isn't maxed out, so you're not GPU bound, you're CPU bound. Okay. Let's have a look. You have about 30% wiggle room to raise your graphics.
Bastard shot my cut! Well, he started. I'm gonna break your neck!
What's going on?
Now, this guy just jumped me.
Oh, did he now?
Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him?
No. Not yet. Find out what
Interrogate.
they're doing here and where Colm is.
This is how you interrogate, right?
Oh, this son of a bitch will talk.
I'm using MSync, Mystical Earth. Question.
Ask them what they're doing here.
Where's Colm O'Driscoll?
With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here. Near the lake.
Okay. What am I supposed to do now?
What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here?
We're fixing to rob some train. Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more than that, I swear.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh,
LT, okay. Let's spare him.
Get the hell out of here.
That's not a good idea to spare him, because, like, he's gonna come back and kill us. Pick up your hat. This is essential, right? Hat is essential. I don't understand what's happening in the chat, but
Yeah, okay, boy.
what we're talking about is Mac Gaming. I wonder if the next preview beta after 25 ships, the next round of experimental, will start testing shipping DXMT. Yeah, I hope so. DXMT is huge on our potential. Won't help with this game, being a DirectX 12 title. But, you know, maybe potentially DXMT could expand into DirectX 12 games too. Why not?
Learn this anyway.
That looks like a decent horse. You should keep him.
One of the guys is better to spare. He joined your group. I think that's just a little bit later. Okay.
Micah, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I got you now. Oh, look what I found in the cellar. Wild thing, ain't ya?
Leave her alone.
I wasn't doing nothing. She's one of them O'Driscolls.
No, she ain't, Micah. Look at her. Miss. Are you...
Oh, you fool! Micah!
Miss. Now, it is going to be okay. We mean you no harm. Miss. Come on. It'll be okay.
On the bright side, AI will make Mac Gaming great. I'm not sure how that is going to work. How's AI going to do anything in this situation?
You okay, miss?
They came 3
Yep,
days
ducking
ago.
test. This is crossover preview.
Miss, you are safe now.
Okie dokie.
And you can't stay here. You come with us. Dorothy.
Miss, it's okay. We're bad men.
I wonder what this game will look like in the city. So how long does it take for us to get into the open world?
Get on.
Maybe I'll skip this.
Keep you
Let's
safe
skip.
until you figure.
What's your name, miss? Miss.
Adler,
This looks playable. It does look playable. It's playable, but,
Mrs.
you know, it's not as good as it could be.
He was my husband.
This is like a big house too, like, to set on fire. This is like a, you know, a lot of work to build a barn like that in the middle of the snow. Let's skip. A lot of time for the open world is coming up soon.
Hey! Somebody...
I might just load up the benchmark. I'm not gonna stream this forever.
Hey, everybody, Dutch is back! How'd you get on?
Micah found a homestead, but he weren't the first. Colm O'Driscoll and his scum, they beat us to it. We found some of them there, but there is more.
Yeah, what? Oh, a new version of Wine came out already?
Scouting the train.
The open world is 2 hours away. Okay, I ain't playing 2 hours. I mean, who has time for that? I don't have time for that. How do people rate Red Dead Redemption 2 as a game? Is it better than Cyberpunk? Is it better than Witcher 3? Is it better than GTA 5? I doubt that this will get past any kind of anti-cheat.
He ain't been seen in days. Weather ain't let up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to skip these cutscenes, even though I ain't played this game.
Last I know, John was
10 out of 10 favorite open world game. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that it's boring. Like, this whole part is like not that interactive so far. In GTA 5, you open up with this like you're boosting cars, right? You're trying to repoing cars at the beginning of that game. It's a bit more kind of. If it's such a masterpiece, I shouldn't be playing it through translation there. I should be playing on a PC at 4K or something. Maybe not 4K, but something like that. It's not that old a game. It's only 2018, so what, 6 years ago now? Depends on how into slow-paced westerns you are. Don't really watch many westerns, so probably not that helpful.
Let's hope it ain't more of O'Driscoll's boys.
Well,
Wheel.
seems somebody left.
The first 20 minutes of the game test your patience. I think we've done 20 minutes of the game, haven't we?
That way.
Sure, well, come on
It's
then.
an experience for a very niche audience. Okay, this performance here is worse than the white snow bit.
Tracks leading to the river. Let's cross. See, they continue up that way. Watch out.
That water is, look at that water shader. Jittery.
For sure, but could be anyone. Let's just see where they lead. Where are you going?
Even in this like crappy low resolution, it's got
You were there, Javier.
it's got incredible detail for the snow and stuff.
We had the money, it seemed fine.
Let me ear crisp.
Then suddenly they were everywhere.
Bounty hunters?
No, Pinkertons. It was crazy. Raining bullets. Watch out for this crevice. Dutch killed a girl in a bad way. But it was a bad situation.
That ain't like him, though.
I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck will play this game better, but remember that this is an ARM chip, and we're in like this is like the early days, still in super early days. Because the Steam Deck, as an x86 platform,
The cliff wall here. Davey got shot.
oh, performance just like improved a lot.
Both shot
I've
too.
no idea why.
Sean, we don't even know. I'm surprised we escaped at all. By the time you
Is the
boys
Steam Deck
showed up,
popular? Steam Deck's very popular.
we were only just holding on.
Steam Deck's kind of late to the game in Asia, but in the U in we in the UK we've had it for like 2.5 years now, I think.
Tracks if we don't move fast.
Once this game works better, it's gonna on a Mac. It'll definitely be a premier game. If I hold on X, my horse will follow. Okay, good.
Careful, it's getting narrow.
Hold on X.
Come on, boy. Horses are getting tired.
Yeah, a lot of fresh snow here.
I don't know about this, Javier. I mean, we can't follow nothing.
Hey, why are you getting off?
Anyway, what was you talking about?
Let's push on a little bit. Maybe we'll pick up the trail again.
Almost there, boy. Come on now.
And then they just made this really long intro sequence just to show off the snow physics. It's still readily apparent even though we're running at such low graphic settings.
Let's see if he can hear us. Come on, up there. Adelante.
Switch it to 4K max graphics. I don't want this game to use any more video memory.
He's coming from up ahead somewhere. I don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here.
Why'd you just leave your horse there? Wouldn't it just like freeze to death?
From your horse. Who knows what's up ahead?
This is meant to be like a tutorial, right?
Grab your shotgun. Come on. Come on.
It's quite a small shotgun, isn't it?
Careful here.
If I was a cowboy in this time, I would definitely want to be standing on this without any equipment. And you know, old ass like gear. I was wearing just like a poncho. It's not wearing Uniqlo heat tech.
It's slippery, be careful. Watch your head here. Okay, good now.
Watch your step. It's real slippery.
Stay close to the wall. Quick as you can, come on.
Just gonna adjust my camera for a second. Actually, that's fine. It's fine.
Up here. Come on.
Crossover the same dev for Proton and Steam, but it is the same developer.
That sounds closer now.
But you know, whereas the Steam deck has a willing hardware partner in the form of Steam and the open source community with Proton and Vulkan, etc. The relationship between the same dev and Apple cannot be the same because Apple is a proprietary dev. They don't open source much, especially with game tech. And it's a very kind of different relationship. We also have a different chipset as well, so we've got translation to think about.
Here. Take a drink of that.
Thanks.
I'm not designed for this snow. Let's keep moving then. Come on. John! John!
I'm getting like over 60 FPS in this area now, which is really good.
That's John! You're coming! Down here!
How can a guy survive in the snow like this? I mean, you're only going to live, if you're exposed to the snow, you're going to be alive for like a couple of hours and then you'd be dead.
That's quite
What the
a
hell?
scratch you got there.
Never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
You don't look so good.
I don't feel too good neither. I'm freezing.
Don't die just yet, cowboy.
Come on, compadre. Well, we can't go back the way we came. Let's try this way.
Ain't you a sorry sight?
Can't argue with you there.
See? I told Dutch you weren't the right man for this.
Sure you did.
So I've turned down the settings as much as I can in order to get this game running.
Come on. Hopefully this will lead us out.
So this is 1080p, but it's half resolution.
Look up there.
I'll distract him while you get to the horse. Go. Draw them off.
Okay, here we go, John. We'll leave them to Arthur.
I can't wait for Red Dead Redemption. Oh my god, what the...
Get him out of here. Keep them away from us. Draw them off us, Arthur.
Ouchie.
Bring them this way. You got them all. Good work, Arthur. Okay, let's get going before any more of these bastards show up.
Can a guy just hold another guy like that in the snow? I think if I had to do that for a guy in the snow, I didn't even, I didn't even get very far. I have been working out, but not that much. Okay, let's roll. So in this case, we're not even using any component of Game Porting Toolkit in the running of this game. This is WineD2D, the open source graphics API that Codeweavers has a big hand in developing, and they've obviously done a lot of custom work to get Red Dead Redemption 2 working. Obviously, this is going to be like a flagship game for Crossover 25 when it releases in a month or two. Oh shit. Ouch. Ugh, dude, that's fatal, okay? If that happened in real life, yeah, you'd be dead.
Come on then. Let's get back to the others.
Running on Xbox Cloud is not a very interesting proposition because Raspberry Pi could run this on an Xbox Cloud. Doesn't really mean much.
Got bit by a dog. Died. An hour later.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet. More coming down the hill.
Okay. I think in real life it'll be really hard to shoot a wolf on a horse.
You see any more, Arthur?
Don't think so.
Jesus.
Jesus God. Yeah, it is a lot of RAM. 20 gigabytes. It's worse than Jedi Survivor. It'd be nice to actually get a good save game here so I can actually load this up next time on a different computer.
You still with us, Marston?
What I really find annoying about a lot of games is, you know, as a game tester,
Right back to camp.
a lot of games don't let you save until like quite substantial distance into the game.
So, freezing, bleeding, starving. Damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
Here, let's cross to the left.
Feel the rumble.
Yeah, come on. Let's push hard and get back.
See those buildings up ahead, John? That's where we camped. Nearly there.
Please test Rust Native. Okay, one day I will.
Come on! Go and help John down off this horse.
Can we get some help here?
Lots of buildings, 20 FPS, 15 FPS.
Can
Oh
we get
wow.
some help? We need some help here.
Come on, help him down.
You're alive! You're alive!
Here we go. There we go. Ay, careful, idiotas! It's his leg.
Come on, let's get you warm. Thank you both. This is a new low, even by your standards.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank
You got any other lost maidens need saving?
Not today.
It's the best video game. Finished it a few months ago. I totally love to play it on a Mac. Thanks, Heretic Redemption.
Weather breaks, suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East. Into all that.
Seems popular. Maybe I should give it a go. But I've got too many games on the go at the moment. I really like Ghost of Tsushima, so I should try and finish that.
Come on, Strauss, let's get
And, you know, Final Fantasy Rebirth is coming out in January, and I haven't finished Final Fantasy VII Remake yet. And I really should finish that first, because it started getting really good the last time I tested it out.
We have been running for weeks. We found shelter and been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 on crossover preview. It's happening. It's not just happening, it's happened. This is it.
get strong, we get warm, and we wait. When the storm breaks, we move. But we're safe here. Warm enough.
I guess.
You sound doubtful.
Not doubtful, just worried.
What do you think, Arthur?
Well, I wasn't on that boat, so hard to say. But I trust your judgment, Dutch. Always have.
Thank you, son. We have been shot at before, Hosea. I don't feel that this is honestly anything new.
I hope not.
We had a bit of bad luck, but then the storm covered our tracks, so now we wait a bit.
If I go to the story tab, I can save now. Oh, thank you. Great. I'm 2.6% of the way through the game. Amazing. Thank you for that tip, D. Harvey. I'm going to call you Dr. Harvey, but you.
Up with you boys because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam, you lot have all turned yellow. Apart from you, of course.
Shut up, Micah.
I ain't never seen so many long faces. I guess folks miss them. I fell, but when I fall, I don't want no fuss.
When you fall, there'll be a party.
Party? Probably. That funny, huh? Sure.
This stream will be a lot better if you're wearing a cowboy hat. I was not ready for this. I was not ready for this game to drop on a Mac.
Stop it! Now!
Not ready at all.
Punching each other when Como Driscoll's
I do have a
in,
Christmas hat
punch him
though.
Hard. You want to sit around waiting for him to come find us? All of you, we got work to do. Come on.
You sure about this, Dutch?
Yes.
Folks been through a lot recently. We hardly back on our
If I try the benchmark now. Okay, let's try the benchmark.
Bushwhacked by Como Driscoll.
Can't save here. But I can do, I guess I could do the bush. Oh, no. Can do the benchmark here. Let's do it. Is it doing a benchmark? I am holding on the right stick. Okay. Okay, I'll let it do a benchmark. I'll let it benchmark. I saved right before I started that mission, so I think we'll be okay. Let's see how it does in the benchmark. I'm really curious now. So just FYI, anyone who's just watching now, it's 1080p, but I've used half resolution. I'm not using FSR2. We're just using the render scaler, which is similar to the one in GTA 5, if I recall correctly. In GTA 5, this would be, 100, 200 FPS at this, running this at this setting, maybe 300. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that this is running. I'm impressed. foggy. What's better, Apple's Metal Effects or DLSS? Well, obviously Metal Effects is programmed for Apple Macs. What are we using for the stats? What stats? It's Metal HUD. Yeah, sorry, the Apple Gaming Wiki site is a bit broken. That's my fault. It's incredible the world, the amount of detail that they've created in this world that Rockstar have done. The frame rate count is called the Metal HUD. So if you just do a search for Metal HUD Android Tie, then you'll see it. I'm impressed that this works so well. I mean, I know that like the performance is objectively terrible compared to other desktop computers, but the fact that we're running this on an ARM chip, different operating system, non-open source, or previously non-open source graphics APIs. This is an open source graphics API. You know, translating DirectX into Metal, not an easy thing. A lot of work had to be completed for this to be possible. St. Denis will be a slideshow, yeah. It's a good thing they included actual gameplay. This is the city, right? So this is not St. Denis? I wonder if I run the benchmark again, it'll probably be smoother because of shader compilation stutter. But I think a lot of this is due to like frame timing. I'm not sure what it is. I've got T off. What's T off? TEA. Is this the most detailed part of the game? Because this looks quite urban, right? If this is St. Denis, it's pretty cool. God, can you throw dynamite? Ouch. Yeah, Cyberpunk's a much newer game. The M4 Air should be nuts. I mean, the M4 Air is gonna perform very, very similarly to the M4 MacBook Pro. Actually, the M4 iMac. It's gonna have similarities to that. Minimum FPS 1.29. I don't know why we're going to 5 decimal places. I guess just to match the other numbers. Maximum FPS 123. Average 40. 40.5409. Whew. So yeah, this is looking good. Let's exit. Okay, I'm just going to play a little tiny bit more, and then we've reached the point of diminishing returns. We can see Red Dead Redemption 2 works fine on a Mac. That's the big deal. Continuing to play doesn't really tell us much more about it, but it's very interesting to see. I can see the artistry behind this game, and why so many people are obsessed with it. But at the same time, it does feel like I've played like an hour or so, and not really. I don't feel like I've achieved a lot. To be honest, it looks unplayable. Yeah. Okay, let's stop benchmarking. It looks unplayable in the sense that you wouldn't want to play it, even on the most powerful machine. Who knows, mark my words, we come back in 6 months' time, after the release of Crossover 25, that this could be much better. It doesn't look fun, but you can play it. That applies to a lot of Mac games. Okay, we're going to listen to D. Harvey. Let's turn on like a tiny bit of TAA, temporal anti-aliasing. So options are medium and high. Let's apply. Okay, well, TAA makes this game look a lot better. Let's play a little bit with TAA turned on. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh my god, big difference.
Okay, boy. Let's go. Yep.
Who's that?
Feel free to turn on sharpening, eh? TAA sharpening. What's the sharpening option? Where's sharpening? There's FSR2 sharpening. That looks okay. No sharpening option here. Let's do like a bit of a mission and then I'll stop. It's quite interesting seeing this actually, because this looks way better than I did before. Thank you, D. Harvey. I've been doing like PC game settings. There's like an anti-aliasing article on the PC Gaming Wiki, which I was involved in. And at the time, I kind of, to be honest, still find it difficult to, in advanced, okay. I still find it hard to tell the difference, to recall exactly what the difference is between TAA, FXAA, and all that other stuff. Oh, here we are. Let's put it like halfway. Go see Dutch, the D on the map. Okay. Looks good. The D, I've only got a P and a B on the map. There's only a P and a B, B and a P. Bill and Mr. Pearson. bit too sharp. Try to like, I press the pause button. Turn down the sharpening slightly. Talk to Bill, eh? Okay, this looks really good now. Because I guess I'll see the horsehair.
Because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam, and you lot have all turned yellow. Apart from you, of course.
Shut up, Micah.
I ain't never seen so many long.
Oh, not
faces.
my specific bug. Okay, okay. D Harvey, you're like the one to. You're the goat of the stream.
Southwest, right
Trying to
over
figure this out.
Yeah. He said follow the main trail southwest. They're camped near some lake.
Okay, let's go find these bastards before they find us and rob this store they're planning.
At least I'm going to be further in the game. Next time I test this out, I'll be further. It's looking really good so far. When you think cowboys, you don't normally think of like loads of snow, but there's a lot of experience so far. It's loads and loads of snow.
What's that? Tracks. Horses, quite a few of them.
Guy sounds like Kevin Costner or
As far
something.
as I can tell, the only fools out here are us and them. They must be this way.
You good, Dutch?
Of course. Listen, I know you don't think much of my ideas recently, but this is the right move.
Okay. You know I got your back.
I learned a long time ago that you hit Colm O'Driscoll. Wait for him, and people you love will die.
This feud between you and him needs to be put to rest, one way or
One
another.
way or another.
It will be.
Some things I can forgive, others I can't forget. What he did to Hannibal, I can't do neither.
You killed his brother, Dutch.
Yes, I did. And hope the bastards will be reunited soon enough. That's how this'll end.
Damn right, boss.
See that smoke? Let's cut up here and take a look. They said it was near the lake, so we must be close.
The snow is demanding, yeah. It is. But like, as far as I can tell, this is the whole game. It's all just snow, right?
All right, gentlemen. This is it. Are we goddamn ready?
Ready, Dutch.
Good. Now, Mr. Morgan and I, we're gonna head up here a little, see if we can't get a sense of the layout of the camp. Mr. Williamson, Mr. Bell, you two take up a hidden position just outside the camp. Mr. Summers, Mr. Escuela, you two hold position here. Let's go.
I like how they're all explaining things like right here. Rather than, before, when you might have been seen. We still say to use digital foundry so they run close to low and look like ultra, seeing this. We'll see.
There they are.
Oh dear.
That's definitely.
Someone died in Matchburg.
I think so.
Sorry to hear. Use the digital foundry settings. They run close to low and look like ultra. Okay. Don't need to know this.
Come on, let's get down there. Don't forget to grab that rifle from your horse. You two get up there and keep us covered.
I tried to look at my horse earlier, but wouldn't let me.
Quick, grab that repeater and let's get moving. Are you hearing me? Going to need that rifle. That rifle's no use to us. What the hell are you doing? God damn it! All right, boys.
Whoops.
Kill these sons of bitches.
Whoops, I didn't mean to like, shoot my... How do I change weapon? How do you aim? LB. Okay, I think I messed that one up. Retry checkpoint. Micah has died. Didn't even realize. I don't even know who Micah is. Yeah, my L2 was not working for some reason. That's why I pressed the R2 to try and shoot, to try and aim. I just thought, oh, okay, well, what's happening here?
All right, let's go pay our old friends a visit.
It's trying to teach me. Oh yeah, you've got to go to your horse, pick up a. It was working before.
Don't forget to grab that rifle from your horse. You boys be ready to pick them off from up there.
You got it, Dutch.
Check binds. It's because I'm thinking that's my horse. It's not my horse. This is my horse.
Get moving.
Like my controller's not responding. Oh, like
Good. Come on, let's go.
for on the left stick, it sometimes does not feel responsive. How do I change weapon?
We'll circle around the far side and go down that way, same as Micah and Bill.
So this left trigger's working. How do you get your gun out?
We can't afford.
Yeah, just wasn't sure you agreed with me.
Arthur, have you completely lost faith in me? Our needs right now are supplies, equipment, and a way out of here. Everything else,
Ah, okay.
including comb and weight.
Okay.
There's enough
See, I
other
can't seem to
things down there deal
to
with.
LT
Come on.
to left trigger to aim. check the binds. I'll just check the binds quickly. I'll check this later. Left bumper is glitched with crossover. Bumper or trigger? Maybe I'm in conversation with Dutch. Okay, might be that. There's a lot of things that could be bugged. Oh yeah, I can left trigger now. But now I can do it. I don't know what I can do before. It's cool that the game reacts to you. You know, you're trying to ambush and then you fire a gun and then that doesn't do anything. Oh, okay, bumper. Okay, it sounds like a bug. My god, this intro sequence is so long. Why is this so long? This beginning bit is so long. How long is this mission? Did we just spend like 10 minutes just getting here? Thinking about upgrading to M4 Max. This is crossover preview. This just released like 5 hours ago or something. And this is the only way to run Red Dead Redemption 2 on a Mac at the moment. This intro sequence is a couple of hours long. Okay, I don't have that time. I don't have time for that. Hasn't helped you've had to restart it like 20 times, yeah. Well, now that I know, once I do my video tutorial, then people will know what to do. This is very early stages still. This is why I haven't gotten to Red Dead Redemption 2 yet. Horsey dying made him lose his cool. Hosea. Hosey? Who died? I don't even know who died.
Stay low. Come on, follow me.
Good news, the stone stops in a bit. Okay.
Okay, let's get in cover.
So, what are we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go. We don't have time to debate this.
Okay, fine. You make the move.
Let him do it.
I wouldn't have done. Fella didn't have much choice. Was picking.
Kill every last one of these.
We're doing it. This is it's so slow. Like frame rate is virtually unplayable at this level. It's very hard to aim. "15 frames per second on M4 Max chip. Oof, painful. Slow. painful trying to headshot this guy. That's better than in GTA 5 where you can literally get bullet sponge enemies sometimes. This is quite realistic in a lot of ways. So shooting at some guy, they would just die pretty much. Tap aim to auto aim, it locks on, press cover. Yeah. Oh yeah, auto aim, it just auto snaps. This is like so on the verge of being a completely unplayable. It's very, 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 very close. This is the #1 requested game on crossover. I mean, sort of.
Colm doesn't give a damn about his men. All he cares about is numbers. If you can shoot a gun and ride a horse and kill without thought, you're in. Think how long some of you have been with me. I imagine Colm doesn't even know half the names of these fools. Keep looking! We need everything we can get off of these bastards! Keep searching the bodies, Arthur!
It is. Okay.
Heads up, boys! We got more coming in from the forest!
What's Deadeye? Oh, that's cool. Can you use Deadeye a lot? Can't seem to aim again. Like my left trigger's not working. My trigger. Now it's working.
The cowards are running away. Good work, boys. After the camp. Get what we need.
Use health. How do I use health? Yeah. I think we're definitely a few. I think this is like, yeah, alpha release. Switch the item wheel.
Arthur, get over here.
Oh, that's health tonic.
We don't have time to mess around. Good work, boys. Now, let's tear this place apart. Bill, you go search that wagon there. Mike, search that building. Arthur, you take that building to the left. All right, man, quick. Find those detonators, explosives, anything you can. Let's go.
For 15 FPS is rough. I mean, search the building.
What do we got here? Perfect. Plans.
So I want dynamite.
This looks good. What do you think, Bill?
Well, looks
32
fine.
gigabytes.
Smells good.
Come on.
Did we get everything?
Think so, boss? Found this on one of them.
Thank you.
This is perfect.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. This is something about the train they was gonna rob. A Mr. Leviticus Cornwall. Mount back up. Let's keep moving. All right, let's get out of here. Proud of
Okay.
you, boys. All of you. Not a man
Watch out.
down.
Good work, fellers.
Not bad for some starving down and outs. They can pummel us hard as they like. But we will always be
Like it's
there.
way better. The frame rate just picks up on the mountain bit. So you know, people are saying like after the snow bit, is this frame rate going to get better? No, the snow bit is the better frame rate. When we get into the buildings, it's like that's when it gets bad.
And I believe
So this part is playable.
they will all be back.
Well, you didn't get Combe, but this hit'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Especially when we rob this train, too.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that.
Oh, indeed we will.
Yeah, here we're getting to like quite smooth gameplay. 40,
Oh, of
nearly
course
40.
we will, just like all the rest. But we're gonna stay a step ahead of them. Make sure we always know where they are before they know where we are. We allowed ourselves to get a step behind at Blackwater. That won't happen again.
Okay, so I'm pretty much going to end the stream once I get back to the thing and do a proper save game. We have done a lot of testing today. I don't think it's that Red Dead was using a lot of memory. It's just that, you know, we have unified memory. The memory being used is the combination of RAM and video texture memory too. Who's that? I just saw a guy in a horse there. Oh, Driscoll escaped. This work is very appreciated, Andrew. Thank you, Adam. Can I retry the checkpoint?
Leave him to me.
Oh, I've got to lasso him. What's he doing? Is he the guy that I let escape? A hog tie him. It's I can't. Feels like something's bugged. Oh, I had to press B near Driscoll to hog tie him. Okay, now it's triggered it. I'm not sure if that's a game bug or not. Or a crossover Mac bug. Let's loot him. Is this the guy that we saved before? And leave? Do I ever... Indiana Jones, that game is Vulkan, so unless Vulkan rendering gets a lot better on a Mac.
What's your name, boy?
I don't know.
You don't know your name?
It's Kieran.
Kieran what?
Duffy. Kieran Duffy.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a real bad day for you, Kieran Duffy.
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere you ain't gonna like.
Why? What are you gonna do to me?
Something you ain't gonna like. So I'd advise you to save your breath for screaming.
No, please.
I'm not even sure. I know I skipped a few cutscenes. I don't really understand what the story is so far. Like, I'm just a guy who's in a Dutch gang, and we're going around. We've got some beef with the Driscolls. He killed his brother, and then the guy killed the guy's sister.
You better shut your mouth, you little shit, or I will shut it for you.
Like, it's not clear what my motivation is. It's clearly very important for a game like this, right?
Just name your price. Just let me go, please. Oh, God, please, no.
Are you trying to test me? Is that it? Because I will break every bone in your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay?
Not one more goddamn word. Am I clear?
Okay. Okay.
That's 2 bones right there.
Whiskey's the motivation, I guess.
Here we are, you sack of shit. Let's introduce you to the boys.
There's a lot of like little mechanics in the game. It's like this hog tying thing. I suppose you might be using this a lot more.
Oh, don't worry. They're real
Yeah, they're going on the run. They got out of a town called Blackwater for a failed heist or something. Okay.
You found a little shit, did you?
Yep. I got him.
Very good.
Can you play cracked games on whiskey and crossover? You could, but we don't support piracy here. The guy you rescued up the mountain earlier is the protagonist of the first game.
Get his lies. Uncle, Mr. Williamson, tie this maggot up someplace.
Oh, I thought they had the same protagonist, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2.
I got a saying, my friend. We shoot fellas as need shooting, save fellas as need saving, and feed 'em as need feeding. We are gonna find out.
What was that bug? Was it the play character just
Believe it.
waist deep in the snow?
In my camp.
I ain't no Driscoll, mister. I hate that fella.
Oh, whatever you
Brief
say,
summary,
son.
Dutch and the gang did a robbery that went wrong. A bunch of gang members died. They fled to the mountains to escape the law and met a rival gang, a member of which he just captured. Okay. And then I also rescued Mountain Guy, who's from Red Dead Redemption 1. Please give us a tutorial. Okay, good. Let's. Sometimes when I press start, the menu doesn't come up. So apparently this is a game issue or some such. Please give us a tutorial. If you watch the live stream, I pretty much explain it multiple times how to do this. It's quite easy. But you need access to crossover preview. And that requires buying crossover. There's no free trial to abuse, I'm afraid. Can't save here because I'm still in the mission. I want to finish the mission and then go to bed. Can I save now? Are the M4 Max capable to challenge the PlayStation 5 Pro on graphics? If the games are optimized, then yes. But if they're not, then no. You'll be able to save the game in a sec. Here we are. So 3.7%. So that whole 1 hour thing was like 1 point something percent of a game. Okay, guys, I think we have tested sufficiently today. So thank you very much for joining. Especially thank you to D Harvey for helping a lot with the game. Let's have a look at activity monitor. RAM usage. Let's see, RAM usage. Yeah, we're going into. I'm not actually sure what that means, but we're using a lot of RAM. 28 gigabytes there. A lot of RAM is being used here. But we're not gone to swap yet, but we have 48 gigabytes. My God. Slow CPU bug, yeah. Considering that this is what's happening here? Yeah, the M4 has good GPU power. It's just the game compatibility, which is the issue. Okay, guys, thank you for joining the stream. I'll be doing a tutorial video showing this how to work soon. Probably not tomorrow. It's the first weekend of Christmas. Kids are off school now, so I've already taken an evening off to do this. Next week, I've got some really cool videos coming out. I've got my emulation on the M4 Mac Mini coming out. I've also got my shared PS4 tutorial, which I'm working on. And I'll be doing a tutorial on this very soon. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Good night, guys.